Hello, Monday. Good boy.
This is very scary. Good boy. Hello.
Too close, I can't see.
Look at it.
Good boy.
Scare the shit out of him. He's sponging.
Yeah. It's just a camera.
No hurt you. Nah, boys.
Great. Focusing as he comes and goes. Yeah.
going till he settles a bit. What are you saying?
Pretty man.
Hello, baby. What a boy. What a boy.
Hey, sweetheart. You know, I can't really see you very well, so. Atta boy. Hey, hey. Got a very pretty eye, don't you, Monday? Very pretty wee eye there.
Very
See?
close up.
See that very pretty eye? Good man.
Yeah? Stand up and look beautiful.
It's generally a pretty nice shape, isn't he? Look at those beautiful rump of his.
Gorgeous boy. Isn't you?
Quite nice
No,
forelegs. We'll stand back and have a good look around. He's not standing perfectly. There's still a pretty good idea of what he looks like though. It's even worse. Yeah.
I can't get it any other way. Back him into it. Come on. Oh no, that's alright.
Got the sun behind me now, beside me now anyway.
Oh, he's all in shade too. He looks terrible. There we are.
That's a boy. Now finish that front leg, you wally. That a boy. That's not too bad.
How does this headshot do?
Still left one leg behind. You can get a general idea of what he looks like though, I guess. Yeah.
Now we're away. Carefully now, Sophie. There's a good girl. Sophie's helping me with the filming today. Cameraman M. Smith. Assistant cameraman S. Smith. Other one known as Sophie, daughter of Merlot. She comes from the Middle Earth. Very curly hair. Makes a mess of the shower trap. But we're not talking about dogs here. We're talking about Monday. There's Jane up on top now. We're filming, we're recording, all is well. We're on top, we're just playing with his fuzzy mane, proving he's no zebra, patting all over. So if he's going to throw Jane off, now's the chance. Ground's quite hard, so we're hoping for a clean ride today. Here's Monday, that's me over here, Sophie and I. And that's Deb, tied to your front. There's Jane patting your bum. Don't know if that's a nice thing or not for a horse. Soon there'll be motion, forward motion on command and under control. Notice at the moment the stirrups have been gained now. Firm seat being placed, reins being gathered, the arms are being stretched, a little bit of air into the underarms. This always helps at this time of the day. Yes, firm seat, just get caught in that saddle and away we go. You'll notice the small circles for a start. This is done for working on the radius on the horse. The radius is a small bone that's very important to horse riders. He's still connected by the umbilical cord to the owner, Mrs. D. Hutchison of West Milton. She's the one stylishly dressed in gumboots and shorts. Personally, I think she has lovely legs, so I believe she doesn't have the faith in her legs that other people do. But never mind. It's her daughter Jane on the horse. One day to be Dr. Jane. And she's now taken a seat, complete with back protector. Then I are walking around in circles because this is what horse people do. It's called on the lunge, not the lurg, but the lunge, often misunderstood by people reading poor handwriting. You'll notice even though he's on the lunge, he is under the control of the rider. Legs, hands and voice signals are obvious. The assistant cameraman has just bumped my seat and nearly unseated me, but that's all right, as long as the rider isn't unseated. You'll notice the lunge, is not always tight, showing that control is with the rider and the horse. This is considered good. And here we go now. Not Wimbledon, but of course that's tennis. Not badminton, but of course that's also a racket sport. But I believe sometimes horses play badminton or they play at badminton. Be quite quite a sight to see. I believe it's an English thing, and there's so many strange things in England. But never mind. Round we go. Round we go again. On this side we see the left side of the horse, known as the port. And now we have the starboard side of the horse. You only use these nautical terms if the horse is at sea. Not to be confused with a seahorse, but a horse at sea. So we've just seen the bow, now we're seeing the stern of the horse. Not to be confused with the sternum. The sternum, of course, is that hard, ridgy bit that runs down the middle. Or is it? No, the sternum is at the front on the chest. When we're talking about chest, we're talking biological terms here, not items of furniture. Now we're moving to the trot now. Rider rising to the trot, still with the lunge attached to the foot. A little bit of a dip there of the head of the horse, possibly due to unevenness of the ground, but we'll just see whether this continues. Could have also been a fly on the Watsit, which is another equestrian term. Equestrian, of course, is an interesting term in itself. It comes from the Latin equus, meaning horse. And that, of course, is why the hippopotamus, known as the river horse, has equus in its Latin name. Very, very interesting stuff. One only has to look at the lip, the lower lip of the giraffe, and the hippopotamus, to see the resemblance. You'll notice now the rider had control then. Walk, she said, and the horse walked. Let's look over towards the cameraman. Ms. D. Hutchison of West Melton is now taking in the lurg. That's for a little closer circle, a little more control. You'll notice she has gloves on. This is because most horse people are from high society and are used to wearing gloves for meeting the Queen and other people, for shaking of the hands without getting bacillus and other germs which are often passed by high society people who don't wear gloves. People often wonder why they wear gloves, and of course that's a reason. It's not often appreciated that high-class people don't often get the chance to wash their hands, so they must wear gloves to protect their friends and acquaintances. In fact, it's considered very rude and very dangerous to shake hands with the Queen if neither one nor the other of the party wearing gloves. It's caused difficulties when she's toured Africa and other places where gloves are not seen as prophylactics for the passing of disease, but are seen as mere affectations. Idi Amin always wore gloves, of course, when meeting the Queen, and so I believe does Sambuca. No, not Sambuca. Mr. Mugabe, I'm sorry. But let's concentrate again on the horse. That's the flanks. That's the rider in control there. Lunge is still there. The horse knows that the lunge is attached. I.e., horses are not stupid. But that's all right. He's looking rather gorgeous, isn't he? I of course only get to see him in black and white because that's the medium of the message for the poor announcer. The general public gets to see the colour. I could view in colour, but I'm told that the batteries don't last or some ridiculous nonsense. We're now back to the walk and a woo. The command has been listened to. The camera shakes a little. The dog has disappeared and we're away again. We'll try and trace the motion as she circles D. Hutchison. This young horse has got a bright future. The rider falls off now. Gosh, badly hurt, but fortunately in the Winchester Windcheater double back protector, everything is all right. She's running now. She's running across the grass. She's running. Woo! No, she's running to the shed to get a Disprin. And she goes into the shed. In the meantime, what's happening out on the paddock? D. Hutchison is out there. I think that was a little ruse to make the horse think that there'd been an injury. And of course there hadn't at all. So here she comes back with a neck strap. The neck strap goes round the horse's neck. It's another technical term that many people won't understand. And this is something for the rider to hold on to if they lose the reins or just need a little bit more balance. You'll notice it goes over the head and onto the neck. The neck is the bit that joins the head to the body of the horse. Right, now the neck strap is in place, the neck won't fall off. Now Mrs. Hutchison, with her gloves so she doesn't transfer germs to the rider, has helped the rider onto the horse. Jay Hutchison. No, the horse is not Jay Hutchison, of course. The horse is Sunday Monday. The rider is Jay Hutchison. And now the lurg has been disconnected, I think. Yes, the horse is now on free rein, under control of the rider. This is an important part in the breaking of a horse. Dee Hutchison is showing concern on her beautiful face as the horse performs, working in a left hand circle, or known as anti-clockwise in the trade. So some clocks now actually work in this direction. So anti-clockwise may be a term that will not last for long. Tempus fugit, ho ho ho. The horse, Sunday Monday, is heading towards us, and again circling beautifully as instructed by the rider. Now cutting inside Dee Hutchison, and will probably circle to the other side, correct. That's £5 in my bank account. Round it comes, looking towards the camera now, showing off. My goodness, it's a fine animal. Look at that. Look at that tail, swishing, checking for flies, swishing in case they come, but generally looking quite content on this hot January afternoon. You will realise, listeners, that we are not in England with this hot January afternoon. In fact, we're in New Zealand at West Milton, the home of the owner of Monday Monday, Ms. Dee Hutchison, well known in the area for horse breeding. She's just bred a sister to this lovely horse. And with every packet of Kellogg's cornflakes, you may enter a name, suggested name. Daughter of Willow, daughter of Larry, a full sister to this lovely beast. And he goes in circles. He's trained to run in circles. It's very good for the fetlocks. It makes them stay near the bottom of the legs, which is a good place for a fetlock. Some people have tried to replace the fetlock to the top of the leg, but it doesn't seem to work very well. Still going. You know, it's a traditional New Zealand show gear, the cream jodhpurs, the black boots with a lining coming apart inside them, very important. The flak jacket in case the armed defender squad turn up and start firing split peas at the rider. The bare arms to ensure sunburn, so everybody knows that the rider's been out in the sun. But notice that hold. Square, firm. If this horse was doing dressage today, get good points for that hold. Very nice and square. Very nice and square. He's moving in, walking, still anti-clockwise, still under control of the rider. Or so he'd like the rider to think. He's concentrating. You can see him nodding away as he moves to the trot. Rider rising nicely to the trot. Tail swishing beautifully. My word. Round he goes, just loving this exercise on a fine summer's evening in New Zealand, the home of Mark Todd. And that chap with the high voice, Blythe Tate. Oh, we think he's a chap, don't we? Done very well at Wimbledon or badminton or some other sport. Did well in the Olympics. Now, of course, Mark Todd is now retired. Sits around sipping Bell tea a lot. Or was that Mark Phillips who did the dirty with Princess Anne? No, he did the good thing with Princess Anne. They were married, you know, but Princess Anne's now found another man and a collection of vicious dogs. But that's all right. If a princess of the realm wants vicious dogs she will have, as long as she wears those gloves. The horse is moving across camera now. Now a bit of diversion for it. There's a tractor in the next door property. Notice Dee Hutchison, notice the concentration on her face. Notice her willing, this little horse, to do well. A wonderful, wonderful bond between these two. Dee Hutchison becoming well known as a breeder of sport horses. Generally chestnut. And she very carefully breeds a mixture of male and female horses. Male on one insemination, female on another. Very clever work. Master of breeding. The horse is now still going anti-clockwise, as you'll notice. I think we had a little bit of clockwise earlier. Very nice paces, aren't they? Look at that lovely walk. Gentle walk. And look at that halt. A nice square hold. That back right leg could just come back a little bit to make the judges happier. But from the front it would appear square. Now the rider jumps off, this time not falling off, but jumping off. Horse stands. Dee Hutchison rubs its nose. And then she says, that'll do. Why don't you leap on, mate?
That'll be the day.
Jane could lead you. Dee Hutchison declines to leap on the horse. She said he's had enough. Jay Hutchison now leads the horse towards the yard. Put her on, Jane. Who's that uncouth?
To you, isn't it?
Hey?
It's a big joke to you.
No.
You get video of me bouncing.
No, mate, he'd be fine. And so ends the video today. Little pan across these wonderful fields. Tractor in the background, a lovely rural aspect. And it's good night from Monday and good night from me.